literally made a video on this exact breakout strategy just 2 days ago, and today it made up over 100% on ticker MLGO. The issue with a breakout trading strategy like this is I'm only looking at the chart of today. If I expand it out to the full 5-minute, 180-day length, you'll notice the strategy actually does not typically perform well. A continuation breakout strategy like this requires this level of volatility in order to be successful. So in today's video, we are going to build a scanner that will only return to us stocks that are making these kind of moves that we should be looking to trade these kind of breakout strategies on. The laws of supply and demand control the price of everything, and especially so stocks. If you want to find volatile pricing, you typically want to look where there is low supply, because the lower the supply of something, the less demand it takes to move the price of that item. So in the stock market world, we refer to this as the total number of shares outstanding of a company. Luckily for us, ThinkorSwim has a filter for this. So I'm going to add a stock filter, and it is called shares. Of course, we are going to want to go with a lower upper limit here. The number that I land on is 50 million. 50, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can adjust this. It can be a little lower. It can be a little higher. You can find exactly what number works for you. I find 50 million to be pretty good for finding stocks likely to be volatile. Now, if I run this scanner and we sort top down by the shares column, which I have turned on, you will notice the highest shares available stocks on this list are all under 50 million. So these are all lower supply companies, so it's going to take a smaller influx of volume or demand to move these companies and to create the volatility that we're looking for. So we're now only seeing stocks with low supply. Let's now set up a stock filter to also only see stocks that have a high demand against that low supply, as this is going to create and guarantee some certain level of volatility. So add filter stock, and we are going to want to look at the volume traded on the day of the ticker. And for this one, we're going to want to go with a high minimum number. So a number I'll start with, let's take a look at the type of results we get, is 10 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, volume is a little funny because it is the total amount of volume traded on the day. So like right at market open, you're probably going to need to be a little lower here. Like maybe you want to be 500,000 at market open. Then an hour after market open, maybe you want to raise this. Then like towards the afternoon, you want to raise it again. So just keep that in mind. I'm making this video after market close so I can see total volume traded on the day. That is why something like 10 million works for me. We just went from like 6,000 stocks down to now only 20. So already we have a list now, and if I sort top down by volume now, we can see, take a look at the stock that appears at the top, MLGO, the ticker that was in our intro that made over 100% today just from one simple breakout strategy that I have built. This is now showing us low supply stocks that have traded high demand. So we now have a list of extremely volatile stocks. That's great, but for trading breakouts, we also want to be finding stocks that are breaking out on their daily chart. These are the ones that are more likely, nothing on this list is going to be guaranteed to fly, right? But they're going to be more likely to have intraday continuation for our day trading breakout strategies. So I'm going to add another filter. This time, instead of stock, I'm going to go down to study, and into the pencil of this and into the ThinkScript editor, we are going to write a very simple line of code. I want to see that the days, and it is the day because that's the default aggregation, as you can see here at the top of our code block, the days high is greater than, and we're going to use a function here called highest. Since it's a function, open parentheses to plug in the parameters. Parameter number 1 is value. I want to see that the current high is higher than the highest high value. Separate your parameters with a comma out of the last 10 bars. We're going to close our parentheses, and then of course we need to offset this value by 1. You do that by placing a number 1 inside of brackets. Why do we offset it by 1? Because the highest high out of the last 10 bars, if it included the current bar, the current high can never be higher than itself. You would not get any matching symbols, right? So that's why we offset our comparison by 1. Let's go ahead and hit OK. I want you to sort of pay attention to what's on this list right now, because I want to take a look at what disappears. So MLGO, UPC, Burrow, Hollow. Let's take a look now. Let's run this scan. We go from 21 results and we come all the way down to 7. MLGO, UPCO, Burrow, Hollow. Of course, they're all still on the list. Let me actually remove this real quick and let's go take a look. NKGN. Let's go take a look at NKGN. This is a stock that is on the list because it is extremely volatile. And yes, it is very volatile. Scanner got that part right. But as you can see, didn't really get beautiful breakouts today. And why is that? If we hop out to the daily, we can see this thing isn't actually breaking out, right? Like it had a really volatile day. This was like 5-6 days ago. On this bar, it would have been on the scanner because it would have been above its highest value out of the previous 10 bars. And look at the follow through it got on that sort of blue sky breakout bar. And look at the lack of follow through it got today, since it is not breaking out of local previous highs. That's actually a picture perfect example of what we're looking for why we add this scan to our chart. So once again, I'm just going to type it back in quickly here just so you can get another example. High greater than highest high out of the last 10 bars, offset by 1. This is now showing us very volatile stocks that are breaking out on the daily. So now we've got a perfect little list of 7 stocks, once again, that we should be looking for breakouts on. Now, next, and still very important step to a scanner, is how do we sort these results? I want to see stocks that are moving right now. Unfortunately, the default sort of volume column in our scan results is only the daily volume. And if we come into the customize modal here, you can see that this isn't editable. We can't change the time frame on this. So what I want is I want a 5-minute volume so that once again, I can see over the last 5 minutes, which of these stocks has the most volume, which of these is getting volatility right now that I need to be keeping a very close eye on for a breakout. So to do this on your search here, you're going to type in custom. You'll see something like custom 1 through 19. I've already used almost all of mine, so they all have different names, but all you need to do, click on any of these scrolls. You notice how they don't have a lock icon. That means you can click into and edit them. So I'm going to hop over into the ThinkScript editor. All you need to type in here is volume, because that's all the data we want to see in this column is the volume, and we want to change the time aggregation from daily down to 5 minutes. You can either choose to include or not to include extended hours trading. If you're going to trade pre-market and after hours using the scanner, of course, you want to include extended hours trading. Let's just do that for example's sakes. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. And of course, make sure you actually turn it on your chart. So now, instead of sorting top down by just what has had the most volume on the day, we can sort top down by what has the most volume right now. MLGO looks like it's trading a decent bit of volume. If I come into MLGO into the 5-minute chart and we take a look, it has in fact traded over 40,000 shares in the last 5 minutes, which in after hours is not bad. Of course, bit of a shame I'm making this video in after hours because this would be much more lively. If it was like right at market open, you will get sort of bang, 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 a lot of fast moving. And you will notice too, these columns are live updating, which is extremely powerful in ThinkorSwim. For a free scan software like this to provide you with live updating column data is insane. I love ThinkorSwim. Maybe you have different opinions on it. I love this platform for how free it is, what it provides you for nothing. Anyway, It's live updating. So whenever any of these stocks are like ripping, like, hey, maybe MLGO is starting to calm down and another one rips, it will jump to the top of this scanner immediately, and you can go start looking at that for breakout trade opportunities. So now, very simply, what you're going to do with this scanner is you'll click the middle hamburger icon up here in the top right of your scan tab. You're going to save the scan query. I've already named mine DTS Breakout Scanner. Name it whatever you would like, of course. And back on your charts tab now, you will be able to open up this left-hand pane, and under one of your watch list gadgets, you can left click on the name of the watch list, and from this drop down in personals, find your DTS breakout scanner, or obviously, of course, whatever you named it. Click on that, and you have your results loaded up here. Now, just like you did on the scan tab, you can also click on this little cog to the far right of the headers, click into customize, and we can get our custom 5-minute volume column turned back on. I never renamed mine, but this should be, my 5-minute volume column. So now, once again, sorting top down by this, I have a running list of extremely volatile stocks, and I always know out of those volatile breaking out stocks which one is currently trading the most volume. So essentially, this is a scanner you should have open all day, and whenever anything starts moving on this low float breakout scanner, it will jump to the top of your scan. And what you need to do next is make sure that the link on your watch list is the same color as the link on your chart. You may notice I actually just showed an example, but when you do that, now all you have to do is click on one of the stocks. So when one pops up to the top, you click on it and you get it to take a look at the breakout opportunity that is unfolding in front of you. So you run this scanner all day, every day, you'll never miss another low float breakout opportunity. If you're interested in this scanner, the strategy you saw in the intro, the custom studies like the back-tested statistic labels that you saw in the top left, they, along with over 120 other codes, are all available over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. Link will be in the description down below. Right now, you get access to all 120 plus of these codes for only $35, which is pretty crazy. Once I pass 150 codes on the website, I am going to be raising this price to $45 a month. Only for new members, though. So if you want to get locked in at a lower rate, go sign up now. Of course, I do have it set up as a subscription because I am always adding new codes. I've actually kind of been on fire lately. You can see over the last month how much new stuff has been added to the website. So if you'd like to continue getting access to everything I add, of course, remain subscribed. Of course, you will then be locked in to your lower price. But also, if you just want to import some stuff and then cancel, you can cancel at any time with just 3 mouse clicks under the My Account tab. I don't make it hard. I'm not trying to like scam you, lock you in, make you have to mail me something to cancel. I promise it's nothing like that. You can cancel very easily at any time. So daytradingstrategies.net, once again, linked in the description down below. Go check it out, read the reviews, decide if it's something that can help accelerate your trading journey and lock in your lower price forever. Now, if you found this scanner helpful, if you plan on using it, please just pay me back by hitting the like button. If you would like to continue learning, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. It's completely free. Why not? With all that being said, I'll catch you all in the next one.